this is the 7th part of my how to draw like Disney tutorials. And today I'll tell you how to ink and color your character. Like this video if you think it's cool, subscribe to my channel, and let's start! So this is the set of pencils I'm going to use to color my drawing. Of course, not all of them, just a few. And these are Polychromos by Faber-Castell. And what comes to the inking, I'm going to use this liner. I don't even know the brand. It's basically almost the only one that they sell in my hobby store, so just take any. And a little spoiler. Actually, when I was filming this tutorial, when I was coloring this drawing, I almost ruined it. So I decided not to edit it out. I'm going to leave it here so you could see that other artists make mistakes too, and there's no shame in it. And I was trying to fix it, and you will see what came out of it. And by the way, in the future tutorials, we're going to draw a male character and we're going to transform a picture of yourself or any of your friends or family members into the character as if it was from the Disney universe. So the first obvious thing to do is to erase all the guidelines. I'm using a kneadable eraser for it because they're kinda dust-free, but you can take any other eraser you have. After I erased everything I didn't need, I'm taking a fine liner and I'm going to use it only for the darkest areas of my drawing, and it's basically the lash line and the pupils. I started with the right eye, even though I always tell everyone and myself too that I should start from the side that's opposite of the working hand. I'm a righty, so I always should start from the left side. And I neglected this advice, but you shouldn't. After I defined the lash line and made the pupil darker, I'm taking a blue pencil and I'm filling in the iris. To blend the pencil and to make the covering more even, I'm using a white pencil. After that, I'm taking a dark blue pencil and I'm drawing around the iris, and I'm darkening the iris on top. What I really liked about coloring this drawing is the fact that the shading needs to be really simple. Of course, we're going to darken here and there, but not as much as if we were making a realistic drawing. It's really simple, so it's kind of cool. When this eye is done, I'm going to move to the left eye. So I'm taking a fine liner again, and I'm filling in the lash line and the pupil, and this was a big mistake, and honestly I wanted to do more with this fine liner, but after what happened I will stop doing it and I will drop this idea. So enjoy watching what happened. Apparently the fine liner that was on the pupil didn't dry out, and when I was trying to fill in the eye with the blue pencil, I just smeared the fine liner, and I just had this ugly line in the middle of the iris, and it was impossible to erase. Even though I was really trying hard to erase it, I couldn't do it. Moreover, I ruined it even more when I decided to take like a firm normal eraser, because I just ruined the structure of the paper. Well, what can I say? That was a real bummer, because I was so close to be done and I didn't know if I should redraw everything, all the previous parts. Should I start like all over again, or maybe I can fix somehow? And I decided to take a scalpel, and I was just scratching the paper and trying to remove the top layer of the fine liner. Luckily for me, it wasn't very like deep inside of the paper, so this is what helped me. And right now when I'm doing the voiceover, right, I'm actually thinking that I could have used other methods of fixing it. For example, I could have used paint to cover everything up and to draw again on this paint, or I could, I don't know, cut a little piece of paper, glue it to this place and draw it again on top of this paper. But this is what I did, and I think in the future you'll see that it's actually okay. So I decided to stop using this fine liner, and all the black parts are going to be drawn using this black pencil. If you really like watching this video, then please hit the like button, because it will help my channel to grow. Thank you! So I filled in both irises with the blue color, and I made it a tiny bit darker on top because of the casting shadow. The next step is to fill in the eyebrows. They're usually as dark as the hair or a tiny bit darker. One important moment, for the outlines I'm not using black pencils, I'm actually using almost skin tones. So for example, right now I'm taking a brown pencil instead of the black pencil because it would look more natural. When drawing the mouth, you should make the upper lip a little bit darker than the bottom lip. It's also one of the features that's very common for this kind of characters. Right now I'm going to fill in the entire face, ear and the neck. I'm going to speed it up here because it's a pretty big area to cover, and after that we're going to give this girl some blush on her cheeks. And say hi to Misa. Misa is my cat who came to check out what I was doing. He wasn't caring about the camera, he wasn't caring about his paws that were probably dirty, but what can I do? Just love him. To make the pencil covering more even, I'm using a white pencil again. As I said, the shading is pretty simple, so I'm just going to give this girl just a tiny bit of pink color on her cheeks, and it will make her look more like healthy and just more cute. The next step is to darken the nose and the upper lids. Actually, you can give the upper lid some kind of a color and it will imitate the makeup, but I just decided to make it a tiny bit darker than the skin tone. And right now I am taking a brown pencil and I'm giving the face some outlines. Once again, I'm not using the black pencils because it will look a little bit too much, you know, so it's better to use skin tones. Of course, dark brown is not quite a skin tone, but it's very close and it will just look better. Okay, and now it's time to fill in the hair. The hardest part about filling in the hair is the actual area, because it's a large area, you always need more time for the hair. And what you need to know about it. There need to be 3 main colors for the hair. The darkest one for the shaded areas, the main color, and the one for the highlights. I'm not going to give my drawing any highlights, but if you're going to do it, take this into account. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm filling in the shaded areas with the darkest color. So how to find out where are those shaded areas? For a fact, they're around the neck. So that space that's closer to the neck, they're going to be the darkest. Also, what I'm filling in right now, these are the areas that are kind of under those 2 locks, so they're kind of dark too. Now I'm going to give to the hair some outlines, I'm going to structure them better, and I'm going to fill in the entire hair mass with one color, and this color is going to be a little bit lighter than this color that we gave to the shadows. So after you're done filling in the hair, you can take a look at your drawing again and see if something needs more work, but if not, then you're done. Congrats! This is the end of my tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed watching it, and thank you so much for watching till the end. Your like and comment will help my channel to grow, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye!